On YouTube, this your boy the Choco Bay, y'all. Quick video, as you already know. Now, this is in regards to Diddy and Cassie. The last 2 days, Cassie came out with an explosive lawsuit against Diddy. She's claiming sexual abuse, physical abuse, trauma, and some other things. Now, Diddy and Cassie started dating when she was 19. She was signed to Bad Boy Records. She put out a couple hits, nothing too, big or major. Nonetheless, they started dating. But at the time, he was then with his baby's mom, rest in peace, Kim Porter. He was, messing with Cassie. He thought he was infatuated with her. He thought she had this beautiful look. He was, in awe with her, and they started dating. And it lasted for 7 years. But it's crazy, like going through the 35-page document. It was hard, y'all, to even stomach and get through to think that Diddy was, all this is alleged, y'all. Nothing has been defined. Nothing has been, set in stone. But according to her, the sexual abuse and trauma, she stated that he forced drugs on her, cocaine, ketamine, X pills, and some other things as well, that he would make sure that she was extremely under the influence. And also alcohol, to where even for sexual stuff, she would have to, be pepped and propped with this stuff. She also mentioned in the documents that he had this type of voyeur type of thing, to where he would find, she would find BBCs, that means big black cock, and he would make her have sex with men in front of him. He would film it and also masturbate. And he would tell her like how to touch the men or where to touch them, and just a crazy, crazy, like sick type of stuff. It was just wild. She mentioned that, like, physical abuse, that it would even get so bad to where he would beat her up so bad she would have to go to a different hotel. Like, she would have to go to a hotel, she would have to go out of state or even the country to heal, because people like, I know he ain't beating you, like, you know where this coming from. But it's so crazy, y'all. It was just hard to stomach how people could be so evil and cruel and nasty, especially to women. And I just, like, the thing that come in mind, people that saw this, like his team, money, like in this country, y'all, we're so obsessed with celebrities. We're so obsessed with status, class. We're just so obsessed with it. People think that these people are these like iconoclasts, like they're these idols. I don't cherish them that way, even look up to them that way. I think they're just normal people. But for people that saw this young woman get beat up, get abused, potentially sexually abused, and they did nothing, like, that's just, like, looking over the documents, that's in awe to think that people could witness such and not even step in and say, hey, bro, don't do that. You beating on this woman, don't do that. Nobody said nothing. And to think that he had so much influence that it was hard for her to even escape, because people know Diddy. Diddy has money. I think he's deemed as, what, a billionaire now? Like, he has money and status and class. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's able to navigate. He's able to have people under his wing that normal people like us can't generally do. But just sickening, some of the things that he made her do, the physical abuse, and nobody said nothing. And I was even watching like a video where a prior bodyguard mentioned, him and Kim Porter had such a similar like relationship, tumultuous violence, to where he was hitting on Kim Porter. Kim Porter stabbed him with, I think, a wine corkscrew or whatever, to where she punctured like a vital vein or something, to where he almost died, so they had to rush him to the hospital. Like, I mean, it got that bad, y'all. Like, this abuse, like this type of trauma, this abuse is just crazy, And I'm like, wow, and nobody did nothing. And the thing is, like, I'm like, well, people have, even for, decades, people have alleged Diddy was this type of person, but nobody has actually came forth that they were paid off. But Cassie, I think that she's a brave woman. I'm glad that she's coming forth with her story. And I think she came forth as well for protection. Like, I heard as well through, some articles I was reading that Cassie, well, Diddy already knew that this was coming. He was trying to offer her money prior, but Cassie was like, no. But I think she's brave. She was smart with it. She made sure that the information is put out in the public. So the thing is that we know. You know what I'm saying? We know. So, I mean, you can't retract nothing. Documentation is out there now. Yeah, protection for her and her family. There's no way that he would touch her now. He would come after her now, because it's already out there. People would be looking at him. And I'm pretty sure it's prior, investigations now regarding, sexual abuse and abuse, period. Because, I mean, this is insane. And my thing is, like, it's really no protection for our young black women and, well, women period and girls, and especially our black women. Like, where do they get the protection from? Because a lot of these black men ain't doing shit. They're not protecting them. Like, how do they get protection? Because they're being victimized repeatedly. So, I mean, there's no protection for our black women at all. I mean, you hear stories like this and people allowing people to do certain things because they have money, status, and class, even on YouTube. People will defend people to the moon, to the cows come home. But it's like, for me as a man, I can't defend nobody that's been accused of sexual abuse, trauma. Like, I just can't. Against women and children, that's not my skilo. I mean, I can understand a parent doing it, or maybe a spouse or something, but you know, a friend and or a person that you don't really know, I cannot defend somebody that's been accused of physically hurting women and children. Baby, that's just not my thing. I just can't do it. But it's just amazing just trying to look over this document, y'all. I couldn't even really look through it because it was just so nasty. You know what I'm saying? You feel dirty and icky, and to think such people in the world exist like this, or allegedly exist. You be like, wow, these people, they look up to these stars like they're these celebrity, like they're God, iconoclast, like they're these type of figures. And you look at stuff and you're like, damn, these people monsters. Like, you know what I'm saying? People have been saying that these people are not who they claim to be. It is very sinister, it's very dark. It's not what we assume or we think who they are in person, because they do a lot of nasty stuff. Even his first baby mom, Misa, like a bodyguard mentioned her, he mentioned that Diddy was abusive to her as well, to where he beat her to where she was trying to hide under a car, under a vehicle. The abuse had got that bad. And my thing is, nobody has said nothing. The thing is, nobody defended these women. Nobody did nothing. They just allowed them to be physically abused and just stood there. And my thing is, I think that it's more to come. It's more to come. Like, my thing is with Cassie, I think that she's brave, but baby, I guarantee you, Cassie has a lot of evidence, not to mention iPhones, iClouds. I'll go back 7 or 8 years, baby, download everything. I'm sure they had like correspondence, allegedly, you know, why you hit me, people apologizing, you know, to each other for certain things that they've done. I'm sure she has all that, pictures. I've heard, like, even her mom took pictures of her, you know, her body. Like, it's just, y'all, insane to think that people could be so gruesome and just so evil and hateful to people, especially women and shit. Like, I just can't imagine that. Like, that's just hard for me to compute that people could be just so evil. And I just couldn't imagine standing around and doing nothing, y'all. Nothing. I'm gonna watch you get assaulted, a woman, and I'm gonna do nothing but turn my head because I'm getting paid and because I'm afraid of a person. Absolutely not. And then the thing is with Cassie, she has the same legal team that took down Harvey Weinstein. So y'all know she's good. Like, she's not playing. She came full throttle. She came prepared. I'm sure she got, baby, documents, years. I think they were together, 7 years? She has years of documentation, years of stuff to show proof that this happened, that happened. Like, he settled within a day. I'm sure he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to change his name to Brother Love, trying to, like, revamp his image. Baby, it's too late. I'm sure she has years of documentation. I'm sure she could back up a lot of stuff that would damage him completely. But I'm so glad that she came forward, that she was brave enough. And I guarantee you, baby, it's gonna be other people that he's allegedly did stuff to, stylists, women that he's dated in the past. People are coming forward. Even Kamora Lee Simmons, she posted a cryptic message, I think, on IG or Twitter. She said, "You reap what you sow," with the heart sign. Now, she was best friends with Kim Porter, so I'm sure she knows a lot of dirt, y'all. She knows a lot of stuff, dirt. Even Danity Kane members, Don Richard and Aubrey O'Day, they support, Cassie. And I think Aubrey, she did an interview recently, and she mentioned that Diddy wanted her to do some things, and she was alluding to, in my opinion, that things that were not contractual, part of their agreement, work-wise, that he wanted her to do some things that she was not comfortable with. But I respect that woman for not doing the easy way out and just giving in and doing, sexual favors for, career elevation, like a lot of people in these situations do. But I'm so glad that Cassie came forward and that she's speaking her story. And I hope other women speak, and children as well, and I'm sure men as well, speak their story and just get it out. I'm sure the healing process is long and extensive. And my thing is as well, how do women heal from this? How do you heal from being sexual abuse, trauma, how do you, like, what type of healing? To me, that would be astronomical to try to, that's a lot to endure so much. How do you trust a man again, or a spouse, or try to get into a different relationship? How do you have children? How do you trust your children around someone with years of abuse? Years of abuse. Like, that's just, like, I think about that. How do you move on? Like, that would be hard for me. Going through so much trauma and abuse, and you just can't it's not easy. To me, it's a daily thing that perhaps you would have to do intense therapy and do it for the rest of your life, because how do you move on from having so much pain inflicted upon you? But comment below. Peace.